here we are. It's called Beaver. On screen, it looks like there's more light than there actually is. I'm waiting for it to be really this light. It's lighter on the screen. That's crazy. That's amazing iPhone technology right there. It's actually darker than this. I wouldn't be able to see what the problem is, so I'm here. Oh yeah, I broke down again. I've been waiting for my microphone. My microphone, because the videos I'm posting, the engine's way too loud. You can't hear me speak. Also, my wife said I sound so depressed. I need more energy. It's just that I'm drained of energy. Honestly, this restaurant, then the massive intensive work that I'm doing without break, without vacation, is taking a toll on me. But I'll try to keep it more positive. I want to talk about the restaurant. I want to talk about the idea, where it came from, how long it has in the making. This thing probably had decades in the making, to be honest. I think I was a teenager when I first heard, like, my man Alejo, his brother-in-law, we call him cuñado. We go ahead and we were debating, because I was in Primerica and they were telling me I was wasting my time. They were telling me, instead of that, why don't I open my own business? And I'm like, I can't open no business. You always think about the negative stuff. You never think about how to get there to the positive. But I was thinking, well, how would I, with my, unable to do stuff and, incapable of doing things, how would I open a restaurant? And especially in Redlands, one of the highest, in my mind at least, it was one of the highest, inspection areas and permit areas. And if the building is historical, then you need to have another historical. Trust me, I'm in Pro Templo, the repair church fund. Man, they hate us downtown because a lot of things have been done without permission. But instead of working or making relationships with downtown, instead of all that, I just thought of the negative. But here we are, almost about to open. We're literally days from opening, because all we're waiting for is a business permit. It's not an inspection. It's not a sheriff. It's not the requirement. We have to do something to the building. Nope. It's just a business permit. So that means any day now, as soon as it's approved, we're able to open. And it's been a process. Stay tuned. Let's talk about this process. Meanwhile, I'm gonna pull out some pictures about the past, and hopefully I can put them in as I'm telling my story, because I don't want it to be boring. I had a good streak going on. I was eating salads. I was eating a fruit, and to combat the eating, I chew a lot of gum so that I don't, eat a lot. I'm sorry I look so dark. Let's see, maybe if I turn off the a little better. Plus my bed area is dirty and whatnot. So yes, my mom has been a very inspirational person to me. She has she don't have a lot of knowledge of the Bible, and a lot of people take advantage of that. They'll be asking her questions, and she wouldn't be able to answer them. But what she does have, the talent she does have, is that she is so serviceful, to our community, our church. She has done decades of work for church, and it only makes sense that I shout her out in this. So when the necessity came, and her faith grew, she was maybe a couple, maybe a year in church, she decided to open fundraising activities. I remember she made cupcakes. I remember she the corn on the cob. I remember chicharrones. Oh, chicharrones, things I cannot eat today. Yeah, and of course, tamales. My mother started doing tamales in Redlands because out of necessity to make money. She had a job. Everyone in the family, had a job and had to come back and make tamales. All my aunts, until they got married and whatnot. So because of that fundraising, when really focused, when the church really got together, which is another issue, the church is not always together because the church, kind of to get, you need to take your spare time. You need to go out and sell. Who wants to sell tamales, really? Who wants to go out door by door? Hey, even me as a youth, I'd rather make the tamales than go and sell them because I was so embarrassed. But I took sometimes things will go so well, we'll sell out. Sometimes things will go so bad, we'll bring them all back. And oh, what a nightmare when we brought them all back. Like, everyone would be like, really? You couldn't sell any? But so many things were fixed, repaired. So many activities were financed by these tamales. So we knew that they were either good tamales, good tasting tamales, or we had a good clientele. My mom has her personal place where she sells, also takes church tamales to sell there. But people that have been buying tamales off her for years, decades. So we know that we had a loyal customer. We supply currently, let's see, Tepeyac, Rosie's, that one gas station. It used to be a gas station. What else? That's 4. This is another one I'm forgetting. So 5 restaurants we supply tamales to, and we plan to continue doing that. There's a restaurant called Jimenez. They dropped us because we raised the price of the tamales. Who hasn't raised prices right now? You know what I mean? I'm not gonna get political, but who hasn't raised prices right now? It's unbelievable that we raised prices and they dropped us. But it's okay because we lost a ton load of customers for the Christmas season due to the price increase. I mean, some people really don't want to pay more for their tamales. They'll pay more for gas, they'll pay more for other foods, but they won't pay more for our tamales. It happens. But yeah, that gave us a boost of confidence. In believing that these tamales are something. Like I said, in our church, it's not always all hugs and love and peaceful and all that. Sometimes there's problems amongst us. We're human, and not everything's perfect. And in the times of imperfection, in the times of issues, when if you don't want to help, don't help. Like, hey, I don't want to help. But when you go and say, hey, these people, I'm not gonna go work with them because the tamale head is so rough with me. It's so disrespectful, or they're all fat. That was literally one of the excuses somebody gave. The tamale people are so fat, I don't want to be around them to catch their fat. People, if they like making tamales so much, why don't they go sell them? Stuff like that. And I thought always to myself, or also husbands that didn't agree that their wives were putting in community service pretty much for doing this. They would they'll be so rude to their wives. They'll be so disrespectful to their wives. So, and I'm like, man, if we can get organized in these downtimes, I was like, if we can get organized and sell them in a restaurant, and have everyone get paid and have the fundraising, because at the end of the day, that's what we live for. For the projects that we have in church. There's a massive job that was done. The church, since it was bought, like, I don't know, 30 years ago, 40, whatever, it always has been leaking. And in my time, it got repaired, and all that money came from sales and donations, and so it was probably hundreds of thousands of dollars, because it's a historical building. You had to remove the tiles, repair the wood, once again seal the place, and put the tiles back up after there had been maintenance and cleaned and washed. Wow, it was an amazing job we did. But anyways, the reason, when I said that we need to open a restaurant or something, it was easily more than 10 years ago, and because I've been helping in the tamale since I had that trade from my mom, and I'm so grateful for it. Helping out, it's easy to me to help out in church. It's easy. That's not an issue. What is hard for me is preaching the word, because as you may know, everyone has their own opinion on the word. And when you pull out the Bible, which is the guidelines, and you show them, hey, you're mistaken. This is how it really is. This is what Jesus said. This is what the apostles practiced. People get so mad and say, no, it's this way. Or people say, no, I don't care about that part. Like, you don't care about that part of the Bible? Like, you don't care about that part of what Jesus said? And to me, it gets so annoying. But anyways, so yeah, we started doing tamale fairs, and these things, sometimes they were very profitable, and sometimes we were thinking, it's not even worth it. The last times that we went, we struggled to get a signed letter from a restaurant claiming that our tamales were made there at that restaurant. We failed to get that letter. Why? Because the counties got strict on, if food poisoning came from any of these tamales, they will be traced to wherever they were cooked, and that kitchen will take the hit. So people were no longer interested in signing, like, oh, here, go ahead and go and do your sale. No, because they were going to be held responsible. So we stopped going to tamale fairs. And we're thinking, okay, maybe we should make the church's kitchen industrial and compliant with all the modern requirements, and that is gonna be very difficult to impossible. First of all, to get the funds, we have the church has gone in was separated English and Spanish, so that our English members also feel appreciated, and our Spanish members also don't have to compromise. And it was a good idea, because now people who want a Spanish service go to one church, and people who go to want English go to another. It's the same church, but just different language and different location. And we wouldn't be able to tear down what is and try to make it into what the city wants, and the requirements and the storages and all that. It's not going to be possible. We don't have a grease interceptor. Why would there be a grease interceptor? We're just a small kitchen in church. And so to me, that door was closed. And we decided to keep making them as we were doing it, in the multi-purpose room, Oh yeah, but once the Spanish went, my mom went to the Spanish, and all the tamale production pretty much is halted till today. Like 4 years, no tamales have been made in the English Redlands Church. I have worked with a lot of brethren. A lot of people have came to support and help the tamale. A lot of people have, in their times, they became very active in the tamale group. And, people came, people left, and, some people were sent to labor. Jacob Orozco. Some people, Rosales, Leti Rosales, they were just so serviceable that, the man of God went ahead and sent them to labor. But, it's been a road. It's been a long trip. It hasn't been easy. I think God has been giving me the abilities as I go, giving me the virtues. I was not ready for it when I was, what was it, like I was 20 years old when, I think I was 2019. I was, 19. I graduated high school. There was a dead time. No, there wasn't any work. Then I started working at Alejo. The first couple of jobs were good. Then we had no job, and we worked for his brother-in-law, and that's when the idea came. Memo, el cuñado, we call him. He bought a duplex for him and his dad. He also owned apartments in Bakersfield, and he owned another set of apartments in LA, if I'm not mistaken. And all of this was paid by a food truck that they went and sell breakfast to one location in LA, like a place that has no restaurants or whatnot. And in that one location, they were able to sell enough to provide for all those things that he bought. He said he was only a few years from retiring. I'm pretty sure he's retired by now, but all he did was sell in the mornings. He sold in the mornings breakfast, and that was good enough to build a financial empire. And he told me, you should open a restaurant or a food truck. And at the time when I was told that, I honestly felt like, what can I do? I can't do anything. I'm not gonna be able to do that. That's not me. That's not. Instead of focusing on how to get there, abandon ship. So we're gonna go ahead and leave the trailer here halfway down the route. We're gonna put a lock on it, just about this lock, and we're gonna take the truck bobtail. When it's disconnected from the trailer and you drive it like that, it's called bobtail. I found out after being made fun of by this lady. So I'm gonna put that lock on the trailer. It's a good area here. I'm nothing to be worried about, but at the end of the day, you always gotta be careful. I'm gonna go get Jimmy's truck, and then I'm gonna come back with Jimmy's truck to pick up this trailer. But yeah, as for the problem, the issue, we wanna fix it at home because it will save money. So that's one thing you could do. But yeah, something is definitely wrong with this muffler or exhaust system. I don't know where the smoke is coming from, but it gets in the cabin, it kills me. So let's just leave it. I'm out. Okay. So we're moving. I get excited to see this working. Hopefully it's ready soon. Oh, tinted windows, awesome. I see a CB radio in there. Woo. Oh, this is a mess. I'm not walking here no more. There's too much grease and oil and stuff. And stuff. But I'm going to the restaurant. So I'm out of here.
The kitchen is nice and clean. Ready for moving. It was dusty and dirty. Ready to bring all the stuff. Maybe I need to clean again that bottom part. But yeah.
Let's close it down. Let's close it down. It's all a game for me, huh? Let me go get the Honda. We can put more things in the Honda. This is the amazing wife I have. I arrived early yesterday. So she was like, you know what? I should take advantage and go and clean the restaurant, the kitchen, so that we don't have to clean tomorrow. We could just move in. She always uses her time valuable. She always uses her time wisely. I honestly, I have the best wife in the world. When it comes to building a business, I can honestly say she did the heavy lifting, you know, because in a way, like financing this thing, yeah, it was tough, but it's all the same thing. What my wife had to do was learn different things. She had to learn things she didn't know, things she was new. She made mistakes, but you know, I told her, yeah, I'm gonna be upset, money's gonna be wasted, but at the end of the day, you're new at this. I'm gonna consider that you're new. So I told her, let's just keep fighting forward. She as well has said, I quit. This is too much for me. And you know, it's been a rough ride. And still now I'm nervous and anxious and worried about, you know, what if nobody comes? What if we don't sell enough? What if, you know, so now the what if is another way. So I'm right here where I'm supposed to be. I'm backing up to the backyard. That's where we have all the things that we need to carry. But yeah, my wife used her time wisely yesterday. I was tired from work, but she was able to you know, carry on and move forward. And today we're in advance. So I'm very, very happy with the cards I was given to play this life. And my wife is one of the biggest assets that I have. And soon I want to spoil her like she's a liability. All right, so we're gonna continue moving things into the kitchen, into the restaurant, so we can start making tamales there. Here we are. We just did one of the major parts of it, and it's wrong. Well, it's the first one, so I guess it's understanding. But we are so excited. It looks like we're almost gonna finally open. My brother, Jonathan Garcia, soccer player, in the camera. And this is the progress we're going.
Why is it wrong?
Why is it wrong?
Who made that one?
All right. And we're off. Banning, California, y'all. Usually videos don't take me 2 weeks to record, but it happens. I got this mic. I'm testing it out today. I told the wife the last video I made, which I spent a lot of time talking, didn't really come out well because you have to really focus to listen to what's going on due to the engine noise in my truck. I am back on Jimmy's truck, but not only that, I have the mic on, so Jimmy's truck is less noisy than mine. My truck is extra noisy, so hopefully the sound here is good and we can test out this mic. We are going to Idaho Falls. We had some things come up. I broke down last week. My way back down on Thursday. Was it Thursday? Yes. Broke down. Also, I had to go back up on Friday to go get the load that I left the trailer. I left the trailer in Cedar City, and I had to go back to go get it on Friday. And I left very early at 1 a.m. so I can make it back at 5 p.m. There was an accident. Freeway was closed for like 7 hours. So I made it back at 9 p.m., 9:30. Super tired. I took Jonah to help me drive, but he's like, no, this truck is too different. I'm too scared of it. This truck has been fixed and modified, like we call in Spanish, Mickey Mouse. It is now a 9th speed for some reason. Look at this truck. Be friendly, truck. We're all brothers here. We're brethren. So I drove the whole thing by myself back, and I was super tired. I was super tired at the end of the day. I wasn't able to get up to the 5. I went to the park. I got there 11:30. I'm an early morning person, but I got to the park at 11:30. We had a good family time at Yucaipa Regional Park. And here I am on a Sunday, rolling again. Let's see if this thing works out. If this mic is working, doing its thing. I will stop recording right now, and hopefully I got to continue the story of how we got the tamale business. I know I told you the whole intro of my youth, my young life, all leading up to this. I believe that God was molding me to become this, even though right now I feel so guilty. I haven't been able to go to church again for like 2 weeks. I missed last Sunday. I'm missing this Sunday, just for tired, just because I'm fatigued. I didn't wake up today till 9:15. My baby cried as well twice last night. He has some kind of pain, and it's frustrating because he can't tell us where, and the doctors can't tell us where, and he just wakes up when it hurts and he screams and cries, and oh man. So my worry was that I'm not gonna make it tomorrow in time to deliver, pick up, and head back down and make it back in time for revivals. We're in revivals. Monday and Tuesday is our day. I'm gonna miss Monday, but Lord knows I need that Tuesday, so I'm skipping Sunday school. Even though it's just a little benefit, because I'm leaving around the time church ends, like 12. What time is it? Yeah, 12:40. So I'm just a little bit ahead. I'm not really advancing much. But all this fatigue is driving me crazy. I'm thinking again. What is the best solution? What is the best I can do? I feel like I'm left alone again, trying to figure this out. What decisions did I make? A bad decision? Did I make a good decision? I just left. My truck is in the same condition, even though the motor has been built and being worked on in the shop. They haven't installed it for some reason. The orange truck broke down, and they're working on that one now. So that means they stopped working on the white truck. So I gotta complain. I gotta complain tomorrow. Tell them what's up. What's the deal? Some traffic is building up right here. So let me check up and see. Let me check up and see how good the sound is being recorded, and I'll come right back to you guys. Yeah. Thank you for coming. Let's roll. Let's talk about the things that are happening in my life, and hopefully this can help somebody. I'll be right back. Here, vámonos. I am heavy. A lot of trucks are pulled over to the side because either they're empty or they're very light, so the wind can flip them over. Our worst enemy in reality is not snow, is not rain. Our worst enemy would be wind. If you're empty, if you're light, you can get flipped over. So that's why a lot of trucks, you're gonna see a lot of trucks pull over to the side of the road. They can't drive until the wind calms down. Anyways, restaurant. You know, we found out we were blessed with this trucking job. We paid off all our debt. We raised our credit. And meanwhile, because we're preparing to buy it for a house, but we needed more income, we do not want to move out of Redlands, so we need to increase our income. So we went on a vacation on like a couple of states, 9 of them or 8 of them or something. Went up to the 15 to Colorado, then you know, went to blah, blah, blah. What is it over there? Missouri? Missouri. Up to Shakopee, Minnesota, then across Montana, North Dakota. Went all the way over there to Oregon. And of course passed through Idaho, but Idaho is nothing new to me. We came back and I told my wife, you know what? It's time to plan and work towards the restaurant. I didn't know that the wife was going to do that next day. You know what I mean? She started looking for locations. We started driving around Redlands. We started driving around San Bernardino, Highland. You know, because Redlands is kind of expensive, but you know, places around, because we don't want to drive that much after we're done making tamales. Tamales as it is hard to make. It's a physical, intense. That's why I want to focus on making tamales, having a dependable tamale. A lot of places you go and you order tamales and either they don't have some, or you can taste that the ones they had, they were melted in the microwave, because you know you're basically spending all day making tamales, and in a kitchen that serves variety of foods, that's kind of difficult. So my wife found 3 places here in Redlands, in Highland, and in another place in Redlands, but towards Mentone area. And the place in Highland and the place in Mentone didn't answer their phone, didn't answer their emails. And this happened for like weeks. So we called into the Redlands place. We went in to look at it, and I said, no. It's a big restaurant. I want a little kitchen, little place to make them. That's all. I don't want a big old restaurant. But my wife convinced me, and you know, we were talking and how close it is, convenient. We were told that everything was ready. Hint, everything was ready. It wasn't. But so I said yes. We signed the contract. We got a loan, and I appreciate that loan I received. I know I've been a little bit ungrateful, but situation changes. So we went ahead and started working on opening our restaurant. Prior to that, when I was a plumber, I was started working at plumbing, and we found an opportunity in San Bernardino, a place that was going out of business because the mother wanted to run this business, but meanwhile her son became, addicted to some substances, and she said this is what happens because I have lost control of my home, so I'm gonna sell this thing for $50,000. I asked my boss for $50,000. I was brand new and working for him, and I'm asking him for $50,000. Imagine that. Obviously, he said no. So, shout out to Mike. But I understand him. I completely understand him. Plus, it wasn't our time to open. I probably spent more than $50,000 right now already. So, another place, that place, somebody beat us to it. Another place down by the rail Union Station, San Bernardino. That place, too ghetto. I'm sorry. And they were, it wasn't completely a restaurant type or a kitchen ready type place for tamales. So we had to say no. It was not going to be a good one. So the blessing of God came into this place. We found this place. We went for it. When the work began, when the permits and filing and stuff began, it turned out that nothing was up to code. It turned out that the restaurant was not ready to go. Oh my goodness, what a heartbreak. So we began working on it, painting, repairing. We had a list of things that we needed to fix, add, buy, equipment. My family helped to purchase stuff. People helped by donating. We're very blessed. We're surrounded by a great community. We have worked very hard. We have sacrificed a lot of time. And back to that woman that was selling her restaurant, I completely understand her. Life doesn't stop because you want to become better. Life doesn't stop. Family members fall into trouble. People continue to depend on you. Responsibilities, previous responsibilities that you still have to go through. I have asked for permission to get off the prayer list because I just received the messages. Hey, it was your turn to take a prayer. Hey, it was your turn to take a prayer. You failed. Hey, you were taking. You know what I mean? And I said, you know what? Just take me off the list. I'll take a prayer when I'm in town, when I am available. But for now, just take me off the list. It was unfortunate. I feel bad, but we're almost open, and I'm hoping I can go back to my regular ways. My wife just talked to me. A building permit. I don't know how other restaurants open without it, but yeah, we're waiting for a building permit, and we're waiting for a business permit to be able to do business in the city of Redlands. Now, that's the only thing holding us back. Shout out to my wife, honestly. What a woman. And as well to my family that contributed to the purchase of the equipment. My sister Sandra, my mom, my dad, they financially helped. My brothers who came and helped, donating their time physically, helping to clean, helping the build the furniture, and of course our lovely employees that helped us as well. The city has been super nice to us. We tackled all the situations in a professional manner. In the professional manner. We did not go ghetto in any time. Yes, it is kind of weird that this place has been open for multiple restaurants prior to us, and they did it without a building permit, without registered modifications. That room was made a restaurant without any permits, and they wanted to bring that down on us. And wait a minute, we're like the sixth restaurant that rents that unit. So maybe they let us go with a pass, but that's yet to come. I'm willing to do anything they want me to do, whether it's safety features or remodels, but I need to be let open so that I can get funds to do whatever they want me to do. Yes, I added an air curtain. Yes, I added specific requirements to the hood, the gas lines. All of that has been modified, and I'm grateful that the landlord has been very patient with us when it comes to the rent. We're probably a couple months behind on the rent, and I hope I can catch up to bring it up to date soon. But it has been a very stressful, very demanding, but yet again very blessed. For example, the table that we have to make the tamales, we found that in the storage with the perfect specs to the building. It has a sink at the end of that table, and there is a floor sink on the base of the restaurant, exactly where it needs to be for that sink. So what a blessing. Plates, cups, all of that was donated. We found a storage place, donated that to us. Of course, we also have to do our work, due diligence, and invest. But this is one of the things that trucking has brought to a possibility to us, to my family, to be able to work on our goals, our dreams. This has a long time coming. It's not something spontaneously. We have dreamed of this, talked about this. We have said when the time comes, when God gives, and here we are. Hopefully, with the help of God, very soon we open, and maybe people can desire good tasting tamales, and maybe people can come and support us. Not every day. Not every day. Don't come and eat tamales every day. No, don't do it. Come every once in a while. But do exercise. Obviously, it's not really much about. You can eat a tamale meal. Knowing me, I'll eat a double tamale meal. But if you work out, follow that by working out, you should be fine. The problem is I don't. I don't work out. That's Victorville down there. Victorville, Hesperia, Apple Valley. We're arriving to. And of course, I don't know what's up with this car. But I'm moving out to the... both this car and that truck are moving super slow. So I don't know what to make of this. But I shout out to everybody who has helped, everyone who has donated the time, the supplies. The brother I hired to paint donated us paint. My father-in-law helped us out by labor working. We pay them, but still, it's still the help. We're grateful. The man who sold us the $160 a shelf, and he sold it to us for $10 each. What a blessing. We did $120 of shelves, 12 of them. My brother-in-law donated a shelf for me. That's a good help, a big help. Yeah. So we have people telling us, hey, on Fridays, can I come down and sell fish tacos? Hey, you know, what if we add this and that? And, you know, of course, I'm like, Victor Bro can come and sell tacos on the weekends here. You know, it's all good. But whatever we can be useful for, we are for our community. I have no interest in living the flashy life. My wife doesn't need her. We don't need expensive clothing or expensive jewelries or flashy lifestyle. No, we just want to be helpful to our community. Want to provide a better environment for our child, and be able to help our families in a better situation. But extremely grateful. Thanks for joining us this week. I'm pretty sure that's a very long video. Things happen, life happens, and you just gotta fight, work forward. If anything from this video you learned. Thank you, and keep with us for next week. Bye bye.